Hey guys, my name is Nora Franche, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessed Mess Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. Hey guys, we are reading from A Day at a Time, the reading for February 17th. Reflection for the day. If I become angry today, I'll pause and think before I say anything, remembering that my anger can turn back upon me and worsen my difficulties. I'll try to remember, too, that well-timed silence can give me command of a stressful situation, as angry reproaches never can. In such moments of stress, I'll remember that my power over others is non-existent, and that only God is all-powerful. Have I learned that I alone can destroy my own peace of mind? Today I pray. May I learn that I can choose how to handle my anger, in silence or as a tantrum, a rage, a fist fight, a pillow fight, a tirade, an elaborate plan to get back at whoever has caused it, an icy glare, a cool pronouncement of hate, or a simple statement of fact. I am angry at you because, in 25 words or less. Or may I, if need be, turn my anger into energy and shovel the walk, bowl, play a game of tennis, or clean the house. I pray that my higher power will show me appropriate ways to deal with my anger. Today I will remember I am angry because ... and we say it. It helps us so much. It relieves so much of that tension to say, I am feeling the emotion of anger, so that we actually separate ourselves from the anger itself. I am not that anger. There is a part within me carrying strong feelings of anger because of XYZ, because probably something wrong happened, some expectation wasn't met, some injustice occurred. There's been a theme of anger these last couple of days, and it's such an interesting emotion. So first off, we need to know that anger is good. We are made good. Our emotions are good. Emotions are neutral. They are information for us to know what we are experiencing. It helps us interpret our experience of the world. And anger has a purpose. Just like a table has a purpose, and it's a good table if it's, standing on four legs and holding things off the ground. Anger serves a purpose when it helps us to honor our dignity and right wrongs. But it's a very tricky emotion. This is like a high level emotion, okay? Like those of us early in our self-development journey, in our spiritual life, I think lots of times we just don't have the skills yet to manage this emotion well. It's kind of like a fighter jet. Like it's not just like a little dinky plane that like people in Alaska have to fly from place to place or like over a lake. This is like a full-on fighter jet. And if you don't know what you're doing, people are going to get hurt. That is anger. It's a very powerful emotion. And I like here how they talk about the fact that, we don't have control over other people, that only God is all powerful, because the emotion of anger, well, when we lash out in anger, usually, possibly always, it's because we're feeling powerless and we're trying to exert control over a situation in some way, whether it's over a situation itself or another person and their behavior. When we lash out in anger without taking that moment of pause and processing it and distancing ourselves from the emotion itself. I am not anger. I am me. I am Nora. I am a human person made in the image and likeness of God. I am not anger. I simply am in a complex system. And within my system, I am feeling this bubbly, hot, fast moving emotion of anger. And it's telling me that something happened, something that was wrong. But the thing is, when we let it flood our systems, when we let ourselves be overwhelmed and overcome with anger, we can't think clearly. We just can't. What happens truly is like the front of our brains shuts off, because we go often usually into fight or flight. And that's like that middle, more primal part of our brain near the brainstem. That's the part that comes online. And that part doesn't think rationally. That's not where our executive functioning is. That's the part that's like, I'm going to survive and I'm going to get through this. And it can't think in a very complex, higher level way. And so often the things that happen are more rudimentary, more primal, more self-serving, because we're just looking for preservation. And that's where, a lot of harm can come from the emotion of anger. And so for right now, I want you to just pray for that peace of mind. Pray, ask your higher power to give you the grace for that holy pause. The same pause that we used to ask for and continue to ask for from using our substance of choice. We now get to pray for the pause, the space, the moment to breathe before acting on anger. And if we can ride that wave, if we can let that initial wave of anger pass without taking any action at all, other than getting quiet and recollecting ourselves with our higher power, something more solution-oriented will come out of our mouths. Something more clear-headed, more level-headed, more in line with how our higher power wants us to act, because we'll be, like we talked about, respecting, we'll be honoring the dignity of ourselves and the other person in the way that we treat them, in the way that we speak to them, in the way that we allow ourselves to speak. And so today, let's just pray for that holy pause. With that, I pass. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess, and I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.